Hey everybody, this is my experimental beehive. One of the many cool things about it is that I can put Langstroth frames in there, top bars in there, or flow frames in there. And I've got a flow frame in there. So what I want to do is get a video and show you how my bees like or don't like that flow frame and answer the burning question, do bees like flow frames? At least my bees. So this is a sample set of one, not very scientific. But at least you'll see what my bees like. Okay, this is my experimental hive. Welcome to it. This is a frame of capped honey. This is a deep, and you can see the frame, and it's inside. It's sitting in this thing called a frame holder. This is a frame holder, and so the idea of this hive is that you can remove the individual frame holders. I can't do it because I'm holding a camera with one hand, but this comes out if you want to remove the frame holder. But you don't take the frame out of the frame holder. That's why there's no bee space here on the edge. That's propolis, with the idea that that propolis has some value to the bees. So anyway, there's a full frame of honey here, almost a full frame of honey behind it, and I've run them out of room on purpose, and I had to spray this down with sugar water a couple times, and you can see they're finally starting to fill in this flow frame. Okay, and here's the other side of the flow frame. You can see they've got some capped honey on there, which is very encouraging. Last year they didn't cap any honey in this frame, so that's a step in the right direction. So what I can say with pretty good certainty about flow frames is that it looks like they use them as a last resort. So they prefer, here's another frame of fully capped honey, they prefer frames of fully capped honey, and they'll fill those in and then use the flow frame last. So that's, you know, again, these are just my bees this year. And I do want to show this. This is the drone brood in there. And usually there's a half a frame to a full frame of drone brood, which is expected this time of the year. So that's about normal. And that's what it looks like in the hive. They always store some honey above the brood, so that's good. Okay, so here's a bunch of brood again. And as we get farther down here, I've used a little trick where I put the smoker underneath the hive, and it just kind of, smoke kind of wafts up through the open frame here and just kind of settles them down a little bit. This is my entrance frame. You can see the entrance down here. This is where they go in and out. I like to have that closer to the honey, but I'm just going to leave it there for now. Okay, and the inspection is done. The bees, you can see, are relatively calm. I did move the smoker down underneath after I did the alcohol wash, because, you know, I upset it a couple thousand bees when I shook it into the bin there. But they've got a lot of honey. I'm hoping this is the flow frame. I hope they get that filled out before the goldenrod takes over, and then I'm going to add probably 3 more frames here, and that'll be plenty to get them through winter, assuming fall isn't horrible. And it's still warm enough that I'm going to leave this is the ventilation frame here, and the air is circulating out, so the hot air is venting out the center there. I'm going to leave that as it is for now because we've got a couple of hot days in front of us, hot in Wisconsin being above 80. And then as it dips below 50 at night, I'll fill that in, and they'll get some more insulation there before winter. So that's where we're at as of the middle of August. Alright, so there's some of the bees from the alcohol wash, not all of them, and then some of the mites. There's actually 6 mites in there, which is a lot more than I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a lot, and I'll go ahead and get rid of that drone brood that we saw in there, and then I'll also put some formic acid on there and get them ship shape here for fall. So that's the fun and joy of beekeeping. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk to you later.